Imagine standing before a mountain, surrounded by dense jungle. Only the sounds of nature break the silence in this heavy air. As you push aside leaves and dust, you come across a huge stone wall. The blocks are gigantic and so perfectly fought together that not even a sheet of paper could fit between them. They are thousands of years old, but they appear to have been cut with absolute precision. How was this possible? This isn't just a random pile of rocks. It's part of something far bigger, something hidden from history for centuries. It is a lost structure, buried beneath the elements and forgotten by time. But now, it's revealing itself piece by piece, forcing archaeologists to ask the one question they never expected. Archaeologists call it a megastructure, and they aren't exaggerating. This place isn't just old, it's ancient. Some scientists believe it could be over 12,000 years old, twice as old as the Egyptian pyramids, making it one of the oldest man-made sites ever discovered. The blocks are cut with incredible accuracy, their surfaces smooth, like polished granite. They fit together so perfectly that not even the tiniest gap exists. But here's where it gets really strange. There's no sign of mortar, no cement holding them in place. They simply lock together, as if built with a technology far beyond what ancient civilizations were supposed to have. The precision is so extreme that even modern engineers struggle to explain it. The intricate shapes carved into some of the blocks, akin to puzzle pieces, indicate that the builders had a precise understanding of their craft. And then there's the weight. Some stones are so massive that they make the blocks of the Great Pyramid of Giza look like Lego bricks. As archaeologists carefully study the site, they begin to notice something even more astonishing. The placement of the stones follows an incredibly precise pattern, as if it were a giant blueprint carved into the earth. Deep within the structure, researchers find strange symbols carved into the stone. Some resemble ancient scripts from civilizations thousands of miles apart, including Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Andes. Others appear to form complex geometric patterns, hinting at a knowledge of mathematics and astronomy that should have been far beyond what ancient humans were capable of. The site's positioning matches celestial events with astonishing accuracy. During the winter solstice, the sun shines through a narrow opening in the stone walls, illuminating a specific chamber deep inside the structure. This means that whoever built it understood astronomy with incredible precision. Ancient cultures all over the world, Egyptians, Mayans, and Incas, built monuments aligned with the stars. But this site is far older than those civilizations, meaning that this knowledge existed long before recorded history. People have taught us for years that simple farming villages marked the beginning of human civilization around 6,000 years ago. But if this structure is truly 12,000 years old or older, it means that advanced societies existed long before we ever imagined. It means that humans, just like us, built great cities, understood complex engineering, and studied the stars before history books even begin. There's no trace of the people who built this. There are no human remains, tools, or records left behind. It's as if they simply vanished. Across continents, civilizations separated by thousands of miles built massive stone monuments with techniques that modern science can barely explain. Enormous blocks, some weighing hundreds of tons, were carved, transported, and placed with such precision that their construction seems impossible without the aid of modern machinery. These structures stand as silent witnesses, to an era of knowledge and skill that has been lost to time. Megalithic engineering was not just about brute force, but required a level of precision and planning that suggests advanced understanding of mathematics, physics, and material science. The ancient builders used techniques that ensured stability for thousands of years, allowing their work to outlast earthquakes, wars, and natural disasters. Some of these monuments were constructed with such exactitude that the stones fit together without mortar, yet they remain standing long after modern buildings have crumbled. Remember to join our community by subscribing to this channel. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built over 4,500 years ago, consists of millions of limestone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. These stones were quarried miles away and somehow transported across the desert. The ancient Egyptians did not have wheels or iron tools during this period, yet they managed to cut and move these massive blocks with an accuracy unmatched by modern construction. Even more astonishing is the alignment of the pyramid with celestial bodies, indicating a deep understanding of astronomy and geodesy. In Peru, the walls of Sacsayhuaman remain one of the most perplexing examples of ancient engineering. Built by the Inca civilization, these enormous stones, some weighing over 200 tons, are fitted together so perfectly that not even a razor blade can fit between them. The precision of these walls, combined with the difficulty of moving such heavy stones Andean through mountainous terrain, suggests that the builders possessed knowledge that has since been lost. The stones were shaped to fit together like puzzle pieces, a technique that not only added stability, but also helped the structure withstand earthquakes for centuries. Further south, the ruins of Tiwanaku and Pumapunku in Bolivia present another mystery. These sites, built between 500 and 1000 CE, contain H-shaped blocks that fit together with machine-like precision. Some of the stones are made from andesite, a rock so hard that it would require diamond tools to cut with such accuracy. The surfaces are perfectly smooth, and the edges are so precise that they suggest an advanced stone cutting method. The weight of these stones, some exceeding 100 tons, makes it difficult to explain how they were transported across vast distances without the use of the wheel or draft animals. The ancient site of Baalbek, Lebanon, features one of the most astonishing examples of megalithic construction. The Temple of Jupiter, built by the Romans, sits atop a much older foundation that includes 3 monoliths, each weighing around 800 tons. These massive stones, known as the trilithon, were transported and positioned with extreme precision. The true origin of these blocks remains a mystery, as moving such stones would require an engineering capability beyond the known technologies of the time. The unfinished obelisk of Aswan, Egypt, provides further evidence of advanced stone-cutting techniques. This granite monolith, weighing an estimated 1,168 tons, was abandoned in its quarry. The tool marks suggest that the stone was being shaped with a method that modern scientists have yet to fully replicate. The technique used to separate these massive blocks from the bedrock remains an enigma. Across the world, similar methods appear in different cultures, despite having no known connection. The Hittite Lion Gate, constructed around 1400 BCE in present-day Turkey, shows evidence of sophisticated masonry. The Nuragic civilization of Sardinia built thousands of megalithic towers, some dating back to 1800 BCE. The Senegambian stone circles, spread across Senegal and Gambia, feature perfectly aligned monoliths whose purpose remains unclear. The movement of these stones remains one of the greatest unanswered questions in archaeology. Traditional explanations suggest that ancient builders used wooden sleds, rolling logs, and ropes to transport them. However, many of these sites are located on mountainous terrain, rocky plateaus, or within dense jungles, where rolling heavy stones on logs would have been nearly impossible. Some historians suggest that large workforces manually dragged the blocks using basic tools, but this does not fully explain the level of precision achieved in the placement and alignment of them. Throughout recorded history, humankind has built astonishing cities, temples, and fortresses. Yet many of these constructions belong to a timeline that doesn't align with conventional archaeology. Evidence suggests that some of these sites are far older than previously estimated, challenging the accepted view of human progress. In places like Göbekli Tepe, Gunung Padang, and Tiwanaku, there are structures that predate even the earliest known civilizations, forcing historians to reconsider how advanced humans were thousands of years ago. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, a vast megalithic complex, was deliberately buried and forgotten. It dates back over 12,000 years, long before writing, agriculture, or organized cities were believed to exist. The site contains towering stone pillars, intricately carved with images of animals and mysterious symbols. It is proof that humans possessed architectural sophistication far earlier than expected. No one knows who built it or why, but its discovery has forced scientists to rethink everything about the capabilities of prehistoric societies. Further east, in Indonesia, another site challenges the accepted history of early human civilization. Gunung Padang, often referred to as Southeast Asia's oldest pyramid, consists of massive stone terraces covering a hilltop. Scientists using advanced scanning technology have detected underground chambers and layers dating back more than 20,000 years, suggesting that the visible structures on the surface are merely part of a much larger buried complex. This revelation contradicts the long-held belief that organized human civilization only began around 5,000 years ago. Similar anomalies can be found in South America, where the ruins of Tiwanaku and Pumapunku showcase advanced masonry techniques that should have been impossible without modern tools. They quarried, shaped, and placed stones weighing hundreds of tons with extraordinary precision, but no clear explanation exists for how they achieved it. The exact purpose of these sites remains unclear, and no written records exist to explain their construction. One of the most compelling mysteries in history is the idea of lost civilizations, societies that flourished, advanced, and then suddenly disappeared. The collapse of entire cultures has happened repeatedly throughout history, often due to environmental disasters, wars, or unexplained events. The Indus Valley Civilization, one of the world's earliest and most sophisticated urban cultures, mysteriously faded away around 1900 BCE. It had carefully planned cities, advanced sewage systems, and a standardized system of weights and measures. Despite its impressive infrastructure, the civilization disappeared without a clear cause, leaving behind undeciphered scripts and abandoned cities. Another enigma is the Sea Peoples, a mysterious group that brought devastation across the Mediterranean around 1200 BCE. They appeared seemingly out of nowhere, attacked major civilizations, and then disappeared just as suddenly. The Egyptians, Hittites, and Mycenaeans all suffered under their raids, yet their origins remain uncertain. No known records identify where they came from or where they went after their attacks. Further back in time, Atlantis, described by the philosopher Plato, is one of the most well-known tales of a vanished civilization. Whether real or mythical, the story of a great city lost beneath the waves has fascinated scholars for centuries. Some believe it refers to a real culture destroyed by a sudden catastrophe, while others see it as an allegory about human hubris. Ancient maps, such as the Piri Reis map, suggest that navigators had knowledge of Antarctica before it was officially discovered. Are you enjoying the story? Support our channel by clicking the subscribe button. There have been numerous instances of technological and scientific knowledge lost throughout history. The burning of the Library of Alexandria erased centuries of collected wisdom, setting back human progress in ways that can never be measured. Ancient texts describe inventions, devices, and discoveries that seem far too advanced for their time, but many of these accounts have been dismissed or forgotten. One intriguing example is the Antikythera mechanism, a complex mechanical device found in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece. Built over 2,000 years ago, it contained a sophisticated system of gears capable of predicting planetary movements with astonishing accuracy. Such technology would not appear again until the Middle Ages, leading many to wonder how the Greeks developed such precision in astronomical calculations. Another anomaly is the Baghdad battery, an ancient artifact that resembles a primitive electrical cell. Discovered in Iraq, this object consists of a clay jar with a copper tube and an iron rod. Some researchers believe it could have been used to generate an electric charge, suggesting that knowledge of electricity may have existed long before it was officially discovered. The Nazca Lines, a series of giant geoglyphs in Peru, remain one of the most debated ancient mysteries. Covering miles of desert, these massive drawings of animals, plants, and geometric patterns can only be fully appreciated from the sky. The methods used to create them, along with their exact purpose, remain unknown. Some believe they were meant as astronomical markers, while others suggest they had ritualistic or religious significance. Civilizations around the world have mysteriously vanished, erasing their knowledge. Great cities have been swallowed by jungles, deserts, and oceans, their secrets buried beneath layers of earth and time. Advanced societies have risen and fallen, leaving behind traces of their existence but no explanations. Modern archaeology continues to uncover new evidence that challenges what we thought we knew. The deeper researchers dig, the more unanswered questions emerge. Sites that were once dismissed as myths are proving to be real, and artifacts that don't fit into historical timelines are being re-examined. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean, on the island of Pohnpei in Micronesia, lies a complex unlike anything else in the world. Known as Nanmadol, it is often referred to as the Venice of the Pacific due to its network of canals and artificial islets built from massive basalt columns. This lost city consists of enormous stacked stones, some weighing up to 50 tons, forming a maze of towering walls and chambers. The origins of Nanmadol remain uncertain. No known Polynesian culture had the technology to move and place such heavy stones, especially on small islands without access to large labor forces. Legends or speak of a race of giants or mystical beings who raised these structures using forgotten knowledge. The exact purpose of the site is unknown, though many believe it served as a spiritual or political center for an ancient ruling class. Its remote location, combined with the logistical challenge of its construction, fuels theories that Nanmadol could be part of an older civilization with maritime capabilities that allowed them to explore and settle across the Pacific long before history suggests. For centuries, explorers and researchers have searched for evidence of this lost land, and while no definitive proof has been found, underwater ruins scattered across the globe suggest that large, advanced societies once existed in places now submerged beneath the ocean. Off the coast of Japan, the Yonaguni Monument lies beneath the waves, resembling a step pyramid or an ancient city. The structure consists of massive, precisely cut stone platforms and terraces, suggesting it may have been built by an unknown civilization before sea levels rose. Researchers found a submerged city in India's Gulf of Kambat that predates known civilizations by more than 9,000 years. This site contains stone structures, pottery fragments, and evidence of human settlements, suggesting that early cultures may have thrived along coastlines that were later consumed by rising waters. Throughout history, civilizations have risen and fallen, but some believe that advanced knowledge from the past has been deliberately erased or lost. Ancient texts from around the world speak of gods or teachers who brought wisdom to early societies, teaching them agriculture, astronomy, and architecture. The Dogon people of West Africa possess an extraordinary understanding of the Sirius star system, including details about Sirius B, a white dwarf star invisible to the naked eye and only confirmed by modern science in the 20th century. Their myths say that knowledge of the stars was given to them by beings who came from the sky. In the deserts of Egypt, some hieroglyphs appear to depict flying vehicles, futuristic technology, and advanced tools. While mainstream scholars dismiss these images as coincidences or symbolic representations, some alternative researchers believe they may be remnants of lost technology or advanced civilizations that existed before recorded history. For centuries, we've been told a simple story about human history, one where civilization began a few thousand years ago, slowly building toward the modern world we know today. But the more we explore, the more we realize that history isn't that simple. There are ruins older than the pyramids, structures built with precision that even today's engineers can't explain, and entire cities lost beneath the ocean. These aren't just myths or legends, they're real. If you are enjoying this story, consider clicking super thanks. Your support helps us uncover more incredible stories from the past and bring you more eye-opening content. Unexpected places continue to reveal massive stone buildings, strange underground tunnels, and forgotten cities. Ancient people, long before the time of Rome or Greece, had skills and knowledge that shouldn't have existed back then. Yet somehow, they built things that have lasted thousands of years. It's not just about old buildings. There are ancient maps that show lands we didn't officially discover until much later. Stories from different cultures, all talking about great floods or lost cities, and artifacts that don't match the time period they come from. Every discovery raises more questions than answers. Many of these civilizations disappeared without a trace. Some were destroyed by wars, disasters, or disease. Others appear to vanish abruptly, leaving no trace of their fate, their knowledge, how they built, what they understood about the stars, how they organized their societies, all gone. But now, technology is helping us dig deeper than ever before. LiDAR scans are finding hidden cities buried under jungles. Satellite images are revealing forgotten roads and temples. Deep-sea divers are exploring structures lost beneath the waves. Every new discovery changes the story we thought we knew. The truth is, we don't know everything yet. The more we search, the more we come to understand how much remains hidden. Perhaps the greatest mysteries of the past remain undiscovered. Maybe we're only just beginning to understand the full story of humanity. Thanks for watching. Join our community by subscribing to this channel. Until the next video.